Have you ever found yourself trapped in your mind, replaying the same scenario 1,000 times, hoping to find a different outcome that never comes? Do you ever lie awake at 3 a.m., haunted by decisions you made years ago, or worried about a future you can't control? In this age of infinite scrolling, notifications, and endless distractions, overthinking has become the silent epidemic of our generation. We are living in a world that demands constant productivity, instant answers, and perfect choices. We are connected to everyone, but we feel deeply alone inside our heads. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But how can we find that strength when our minds refuse to let go? How can we stop overthinking when the world around us constantly feeds our anxiety? You check your phone first thing in the morning, flooded with emails, news of wars, economic uncertainty, and climate disasters. You see people living perfect lives on social media while you're still trying to figure out who you are. You fear missing out. You fear making the wrong decision. You fear being left behind. You fear never becoming the person you know you could be. And every time you try to take action, your mind whispers, "What if I fail? What if they judge me? What if I'm not good enough?" Overthinking is not just a habit, it's a form of self-sabotage. It's your mind trying to protect you from pain, but in doing so, it traps you in a prison of hesitation. Jean-Paul Sartre said, "We are our choices." But overthinking steals our ability to choose. When you overthink, you live in the illusion of control, but in reality, you surrender your power. The Stoics taught that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about how many hours of your life have been lost to scenarios that never happened. Think about how many dreams died because you thought too much and acted too little. We live in 2025, a time where artificial intelligence, economic instability, and the fear of being irrelevant haunt millions. People are losing jobs, relationships are collapsing under stress, and mental health issues are at an all-time high. Overthinking is a response to uncertainty. You want certainty before you act. You want guarantees before you take risks. But the reality is, there is no certainty in life. Overthinking is your attempt to escape the discomfort of uncertainty. But you can't escape it. You can only learn to live with it. Ask yourself, what decision are you avoiding right now because you are overthinking? What fear is driving your constant analysis? What are you pretending not to know? How would your life change if you allowed yourself to act before you felt ready? You don't need more time to think. You need courage to act. Action is the antidote to overthinking. Overthinking keeps you in your head. Action brings you back to life. If you are waiting for the perfect plan, you will wait forever. Clarity comes from engagement, not from thought. Take the smallest possible action toward your goal, even if it feels imperfect. Your mind will resist. It will tell you that you need more time, more information, more preparation. But you don't. The first step will teach you more than months of overthinking. Practice mindfulness. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Realize that thoughts are not facts. Just because your mind says something, it doesn't make it true. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. When you notice yourself overthinking, pause, take a deep breath, and come back to the present. Ask yourself, what can I control right now? Focus on that. Release the need to control what is outside of your power. Reduce your screen time. Take walks without your phone. Sit in silence for 10 minutes a day. Journal your thoughts to clear your mind. Do a dopamine detox once a week. You will find that many of your thoughts lose their power once they are written down or spoken aloud. Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." What is your why? Why are you here? What is the life you want to live beyond fear? What is the life that overthinking is keeping you from living? The world is noisy, but you must become quiet within. You must become the calm within the storm. Overthinking has stolen enough of your life. It has stolen your peace, your joy, your potential, but it doesn't have to steal your future. Today, you can decide that your dreams are more important than your fears. Today, you can take one small action. Write that email, post that video, apply for that job, start that project, call that person you love. Take one step, and then another, and then another. In the end, when you look back on your life, will you be grateful you spent it overthinking? Or will you be grateful you had the courage to live fully despite uncertainty? The choice is yours. Breathe. Take the step. You are stronger than your fears, and your life is waiting for you.